Alright, so I'm driving AMX 1390, which is a French Tier 8 light tank, and personally I don't like it that much because it's rather squishy and the gun handling is horrible. I miss way too often, and penetration is also not that great. As you see, I'm loading APCR because I expect to see a lot of heavy armor on the enemy team, and I would need this penetration. Alright, so I'm trying to do what the light tank should do, is spot enemy for my team. I get behind the bush. No one is here, so well, let's wait for them. Probably they're slow because they're heavy tanks and I'm a light tank. Fortunately, they will start to pop up soon, and yes, we see US Tier 9 tank. Unfortunately, I can't connect any shots from my clip, but that's okay because I'm shooting at a distance and he was kind of held down. But now I see that we have Ice 3 on that flank, and he did exactly the right thing. He was trying to contest that flank, but unfortunately I'm alone here. So if he would try to rush me, I won't get much help because he would be able to just push me out, and our team starts to melt. Great, just great. Yeah, as you see, I'm pretty useless again against IS-3 frontally, but that's expected. So I think that at this point it's time to bail out, but I still want to be somewhat useful to my team, which has its side pretty much exposed to this tank. So what I'm trying to do here is to distract them and kind of, yeah. The gun is not very precise, so I'm just trying to keep them distracted on the flank so my team could push on the main line, but I feel that I'm just useless and I'm trying to flank. So the best position for me, the best move for me at this point is to get behind those tanks and make them turn. But before doing this, I'm trying to empty my clip into those tanks and give a bit more time for my team. Probably it was a wrong decision and I should be running around a bit earlier. So finally I'm on reload and I'm turning and I'm running around. Unfortunately at this point we are losing because we lost a lot of health, and the enemy team, they are in a good spot to push. They have flank, they have main direction, and our team is just melting. I'm trying to catch that S3 defender because I hope that I would be able to kill him with a single clip, but he runs away, so no luck here. I still have one shell, so I'm trying to distract Tiger 2. Yeah, I did some damage, but he didn't even turn. At this point I'm on reload, and all other tanks are basically one-shots. And at this point I seriously think that the game is lost. But I'm trying to do as much damage as possible, and yeah, I'm able to kill one tank and kind of even out the scores, but they're not even because we lose by health. So I know that IS-3 defender is there, but I want to relieve situation on the main direction and kill that Tiger 2 because I have a drum and my clip potential is rather large. But now the situation is rather tricky because E75 would be able to shoot at me before I will be fully reloaded. Fortunately, he's distracted. Now he's turning. Yeah, that I'm not sure. It was probably a high explosive shell. So now 1 versus 1, and we are both one-shots to each other. What do you do in this case? Yes, you disengage. I waited for a while to reset my camera, and now I'm moving to pop out at completely different direction, and that's exactly what you should be doing if you are driving light tank and you are in this type of situation. I was preaching this, and this is a very good example of how this works. So I'm going around. IS-3 defender most likely would stay there because he is on a low health, and what I need to find an angle where I would be able to penetrate him well. So my idea is that I would try to outspot him. So as you see, I'm stopping because I want to approach him carefully, but he's not down in the riverbed, which means that he is there, and I'm popping out, and yep, I even have time to aim perfectly. So that's how you carry one-on-one. Yeah, that was a very close game. Very close game. The next game happens on mines, and it's again tier 9 game. And when you are against tier 9 vehicles, it's just horrible because you feel that you can't do anything. So I'm not even trying to contest the hill. I'm putting myself into the situation where I could track enemy tanks which try to get to the hill and spot them for my team. But I don't know how I landed that shot. It was pretty lucky, and you see how it works. You spot, you track. Well, yeah, that was a pretty stupid shot, but anyway. So you spot enemy, you track them, and the rest of the team does the job. Now I feel that I have to change position because they will be trading shots over the ridge. And now I'm not wasting my time, and I'm going around the hill, because the idea here is that I would pop behind those tanks and I provide relief for my team, which is a very important thing. I would be able to kill this tank because he is pretty easy prey for me, and now I will be distracting those tanks. And you see, yes, I took one shot, and I will take another one from the tank destroyer because not very fast, but the good thing is now, look at this, yeah. That's the beauty of driving light tanks. And now they're perfectly distracted. That was a very important move because I removed one gun from that team. Panther 2 is now chasing me, Tiger 2 is distracted, Tank Destroyer on the hill was distracted, and that allowed our team to make that push and to kind of even out the situation. Now that Panther 2 is desperate to kill me, which is again a very, very good move, and I'm desperate to run away, and honestly I'm a bit lucky there. Yeah, I mean, that was probably the only direction that I could pick, and that T-29 had to go. And at this point I'm thinking that yeah, I should be dead, and well, fortunately I was able to bounce one shell, and that was a very lucky move. But yeah, look how careful I am to drop down that hill, because if I would be driving too fast I could probably die just dropping from that hill. So yes, that was a very, very lucky move, but even if I would have died doing this, that initial push, that initial distraction, that move to get behind the hill and to provide relief for my team was a very important move, and that's something you should learn to do in light tanks, because they're perfect for doing this, and when the moment is right you could be very helpful for your team. So keep this game in mind. It's a very good lesson, actually. So the next game happens on mines again, and chronologically it was almost the next game after the one you have seen, and it will be a pleasure to watch. I promise. So again, I'm not very keen to contest the hill because I know that T49 is there, and I'm basically one shot for this tank because T49 is a perfect light tank hunter. I'm kind of trying to see if they would push so I could track them, but now I see that there is no opportunity for me, and I'm changing location. I even haven't tried to connect any shells. And now I'm going to this area because from the side I would be able to do some real work. So I have spotted tank destroyer, and I empty my clip preemptively in hopes that I would do some damage to tank destroyer, or at least I would make it to move away. But now, while I'm reloading, I'm thinking who should go away next, and it seems like this T49 is the good candidate. Yes, it was a very important shot because that tank is pretty deadly for me, and actually for other tanks on the hill, because even if T49 will shoot high explosive armor, it will still do a lot of damage to those tanks. Now I spot 87 tracking, hitting cupola. He doesn't see me. I'm trying to connect another shot, but yeah, no. Again, the precision is not there. And again, our team is actually melting on that hill because they're almost dead. They were not very careful. They lost too much health, and there is too much armor which tries to contest the hill from the enemy side. So I'm trying to help them, and I'm trying to take those side shots. Yeah, I was able to remove 87, but still we are losing on health points. Now I spot that AMX, or red AMX, which is my brother. And that guy is doing it completely wrong. He tries to snipe from the spawn because he knows that he's very squishy and he can't do much, but he's pretty useless there because from that distance and with that gun he won't be able to do any significant damage. So that's not how you play this tank. I'm trying to connect more shells, but no luck there. And at this point, oh, he finally put on his carry pants. Yeah, well, now we get to the good stuff. So our team has melted. We have basically me and Speerpanzer, which is almost dead. He's very lucky to run away alive. And that's another game where I think that I'm very, very dead at this point and it would be lost. So, how you approach the situation? They have two heavy tanks, which are, well, at least KV5 is pretty healthy at this point, and they have SU. So my priority is SU. I want to kill it first, and I expect that SU would be at the hill, and they would try to capture the base. So what I'm doing here is that I'm running. Oh, look. That's a very good shooting from my side and from Speerpanzer. So that was, yeah, very good marksmanship from that guy. And I believe that now they will start capping soon. Yes. So how do you approach this? I tried to outspot them by keeping the distance, but now it doesn't make sense because I know where they are. Well, SU did a very reasonable thing. He tried to get close to KV5 to protect the cap. Probably SU should have stayed at the top because it would be more effective there, but I don't know, it's questionable. But now the situation is actually very good. So we have very healthy KV5, but we are fast light tanks and we should be able to just outrun the KV5. So despite this health and this armor, he has little chance unless we would do mistakes, and we don't do them. So basically we run away from KV5, we wait until he would look away, and we just do our damage. And because I have clip, I'm able to out DPM him. And the only damage actually that I took from KV5 is when I touched him. That thing is pretty heavy. And that's how you win such games. Keep your distance, do the damage, don't give up. All these 3 games, they were about the same thing. Keep the distance, outplay your enemy. So that's AMX 1319 for you. Good luck on the battlefield.